Hey, you guys, it is your girl, Shay Marie, back for another video. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing, you guys, should you invest in silver bullion? So, many of you know I have been saving in silver, but what I wanted to do today is come on and just go through a few articles, and we're going to discuss why saving in silver, why investing in silver is extremely important right now in this current time that we're living in, you guys. In 2020, with the current pandemic, we have facing riots, and there's a global economic collapse and recession. We're actually in a recession right now. I don't know if you know it or not, but we are in a recession, and the economy is getting ready to collapse, and the American dollar as well. And so what I wanted to do is just go over some articles with you guys. And as you know, I'm about promoting reading, so I'll be reading these articles for you, and we'll be discussing them in this video. So with that being said, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do is first read this article here. It says, should you invest in silver bullion? This article is from the Investing News. So I'm pulling it up now, waiting for it to load. So this is from May 20th, 2020, from Priscilla Barrera, and it's about should you invest in silver bullion. And so we're going to read about it. It says, what are the pros and cons of investing in silver bullion? Read on to learn why now may be the time for investors to enter the market. And not just investors, you guys. Everyone should be protecting their finances. Everyone should be protecting their wealth, protecting their finances, protecting their purchasing power. And so let's go on and continue to read. It says, as with anything in the market, investing in silver bullion has both pros and cons, and what's appealing to one investor may not be a good choice for another. That's why I always say diversify. It's definitely smart to not put all your eggs in one basket and to have a diversified portfolio. So if you listen to my channel, you know that I talk about that. Silver just came off a more prosperous year than it has seen in a while. And as the silver prices rises, many investors interested in the silver market are wondering if now is the right time to buy physical silver and make it a part of their investment portfolio. While silver can be volatile, the precious metal is also seen as a safety net. Silver is sister metal gold as safe haven assets. They can protect investors in time of uncertainty. With tensions running high, they could be a good choice for those looking to preserve their wealth in these difficult times. So it says, with those factors in mind, let's look at the pros and cons of buying physical bullion in the form of silver. Pros of investing in silver bullion. Silver can offer protection, as mentioned. Investors often flock to precious metals during times of turmoil. When political and economic uncertainty are rife, legal tender generally takes a backseat to assets like gold and silver. Why both gold and silver can be appealing to investors, the white metal tends to get overlooked in favor of individuals investing in gold, even though it plays the same role. It's tangible money. While cash, mining stocks, bonds, and other physical products are accepted forms of wealth, they are essentially still digital promissory notes. And you know, promissory notes, you guys, are basically promises to pay. It's not anything physical or anything that's backed by anything. It's just promises to pay. For that reason, they are all vulnerable to depreciation due to actions like printing money. Silver bullion, on the other hand, is a finite tangible asset. That means although it is vulnerable to market fluctuations like other commodities, physical silver isn't likely to completely crash because of its inherent and real value. Market participants can buy bullion in different forms, such as silver coins or silver jewelry, or they could buy silver bullion bars. Chris Dwayne, an investor and YouTube figure, he said he puts his metal where his mouth is by liquidating his assets and putting the money into silver bullion when prices get low. He believes that our money system, and indeed our entire way of life, is built on unsustainable debt. And, sorry you guys, and the purpose of investing in silver bullion and the silver market is to take yourself out of the mathematically inevitable collapse of that system. So there is a collapse coming, you guys, and it's inevitable. As you can see, quantitative easing, they keep printing up money. More and more money is just continuing to be printed up, and they're expected, we're over $26 trillion in debt, and they're expecting to drive it up by up to like $66,000. And eventually, you guys, it's inevitable that it's going to burst. So now is the time to start putting your metal where your mouth is, like this investor says. Okay, so moving on. Number 3, it says it's cheaper than gold. Silver is cheaper than gold. I buy gold. I save in gold as well. I do have ways that you can get gold at cheap prices. I mean, not at cheap prices, but you can get it at affordable, in affordable ways. I can show you how to do that because I do diversify my portfolio. So I can show you how to actually start buying like tenths of a grams of gold for less than $10 as well. But at the same time, it's still, gold is still more pricier than silver is. Silver, you can, spot prices are about $15 to $20 right now. So, you won't get it for that price, but those are the spot prices. It's cheaper than gold. Between gold bullion and silver, the white metal is only less expensive and therefore more accessible to buy, but it's also more versatile to spend. That means if you are looking to buy silver in the form of a coin to use as currency, it will be easier to break than a gold coin because it is lower in value. But that's not necessarily true, you guys, because like I said, I do have a way. I do have gold that's like tenths of a gram. We have gold grams, tenths of a grams. So I have an opportunity that I can show you how to get those as well. Many people don't know about it, so that's why they put it in the article like this. So it says, that means if you are looking to buy silver in the form of a coin to use as currency, it will be easier to break than a gold coin because it is lower in value. Just as the US $100 bill can be a challenge to break at the store, diving up an ounce of gold bullion can be a challenge. It may be a challenge for them, but it's not for the source that I have, you guys. So as a result, silver bullion is more practical and versatile than physical gold, making these type of silver investments more appealing. Silver offers higher returns than gold. Number 4, because the white metal is worth around 1 to 79th the price of gold. So 1 ounce of silver is it takes 1 ounce of silver to equal to, wait a minute, I'm sorry, because the white metal is worth around 1 to 79th the price of gold. Buying silver is affordable and stands to see a much bigger percentage gain and the silver prices go up. In fact, in the past, silver has outperformed the gold price in bull markets, according to Gold Silver. And we're going to read an article from there as well. Gold Silver claims that from 2008 to 2011, silver gained 448%. Mind you, that was during the last economic collapse that we had, you guys, the recession that we had in 2008. It says that silver gained 448% during that time, while the gold prices only gained 166% in the same period. So, as you can see, either way you go, you're going to get gains. So it's good to have a diverse portfolio. Even though if you have silver, you're going to get more gains. So that's what that 1 to 79th percent pretty much means. So it says, it is possible for an investor to hedge their bets with silver bullion in their investment portfolio. Number 5, history is on silver's side. Silver and gold have been used as legal tender for hundreds and thousands of years, and that lineage lends the metal a sense of stability. Many find comfort in knowing that this precious metal has been recognized for its value throughout a great deal of mankind's history, and so there's an expectation that it will endure. While a fiat currency may fall, it's not may, because it has fallen. The fiat currency has lost 98% of its value, you guys. So it says may fall to the wayside. When individuals invest in physical silver, whether they be through buying a silver bar, pure silver, a coin, or other means, there is reassurance that its value has and will continue to persist. So basically, just like gold, you guys, silver always it's a preservation. Silver is basically a preservation of your buying power, of your wealth, because it never loses its value. So it says number 6, silver offers anonymity. Whether you value your privacy or not, silver has the same benefit as cash in that it gives users a degree of anonymity with regards to spending. Not everyone wants all of their transactions to be part of the public record, and privacy is a necessary component of democracy. And per Glenn Greenwald's TED Talk, that is another benefit for investors who want to buy silver bullion. Let's keep reading. So here's the cons of investing in silver bullion, you guys, because I don't want to hold out the cons, because everything has a balance. There's always a positive and a negative. So let's read the cons. Why not? Cons of investing in silver bullion: lack of liquidity. There is a chance that if you hold physical silver, it may not be immediately liquid, and that's not true either, you guys. I mean, I'm everybody, there are ways, you guys, but it may not be immediately liquid, but there are ways to get around it. So it says, in order to make common purchases such as groceries, you are not able to use silver bullion bars or silver bullion coins, so you will need to convert that to currency first, and the ability to sell in a hurry can be an issue in a jam pawn shop, and jewelers are an option, but not necessarily the best paying ones. So like I said, there are ways to get around that. So we're reading the cons, and I'm going to definitely provide you solutions around the cons that they're providing to us. So it says danger of theft. Unlike most other investments such as stocks, holding silver bullion can leave investors vulnerable to theft. Securing your assets from looting by using a safety deposit box in a bank or a safe box in your home will incur additional costs. Additionally, the more physical assets, including silver jewelry, that reside within your home, the more risk you are of burglary. I agree, but I don't agree, because it's almost as if they are putting fear on this article as far as the cons. I agree with them, but at the same time, there are ways to secure your wealth, you guys. It says weak return on investment. Although silver and bullion may be a good safe haven asset, it may not perform as well as other investments, for example, real estate or other metals. Mining stocks may also be better option than silver bullion for some investors. As Randy Smallwood, president of CEO and streaming company Wheaton Precious Metals, has said, streaming companies will always outperform bullion by itself. He attributes this to organic growth and dividend payouts that bullion doesn't provide. Other options for investors interested in silver also include investing in exchange traded funds or silver futures. Now, let's talk about this, because if you I listen to Robert Kiyosaki, and he highly talks against investing in stocks and bonds. He talks against investing in exchange traded funds, which are ETFs, and silver futures. Why? Because it's nothing more than a promissory note. And the way that these Wall Street guys have been manipulating the system, manipulating the stock market, manipulating the bank system. It's not a trustworthy way to go as far as investing and putting your money in order to multiply it, because just like the last recession, pensions were gone. People's pensions, a lot of people lost their pensions. Real estate flip-flops. People lost their homes, mortgages, and all type of things took place. So you want to protect your own wealth. You want to protect your own wealth by putting it in physical silver and gold, because these people are hoarding the physical silver, and then they're creating stocks and bonds, and then they're driving the economy up, and then causing it to crash, and they're walking away with all types of money once the government bails them out. And this is what you don't want to continue to happen to us, you guys, because this is why we're in the situation that we are in now, because we've given control of our lives to these people, and they've taken advantage. So we have to get out of that system. So it says, number 4, higher silver demand leads to higher premiums. When investors try to buy any bullion product, such as American silver coin, known as a silver eagle, they will quickly find out that the physical silver price is generally higher than the silver spot price, due to the premiums put in place by the sellers. What's more, if demand is high, premiums can go up fast, making the purchase of physical silver bullion more expensive and a less attractive investment. This is an updated version. Okay, so that's this article, you guys. So now what I want to do between articles, I just want to go to the US debt clock, because what I want to show you is how in some of these articles, you guys, they can be a little deceiving. And this is why you have to think for yourself, and you have to do your research. So I'm going to go to the US debtclock.org, because I want to show you the actual value of silver and gold right now. As you can see here, take a look at this. I'm going to zoom in. The US national debt is at $26 trillion, you guys. $26 trillion, over 26, so $26.3 trillion in debt, and it's climbing. So I'm going to go over here, and we're going to take a look at the dollars to silver ratios. And as you can see, the dollar to silver ratio, silver per ounce is $3,600 right now, you guys. So the ratio between silver and the dollar is $3,600 per ounce. Check out gold. The dollar to gold ratio. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to try and zoom in. The dollar to gold ratio right now is $30,000, you guys. So that is really the value of gold, but because of how the market is set up and things like that, they really actually undervalue it. check out silver again. Look at the prices back in 1913. $2.64 per ounce of silver. $28.99 per ounce of gold, you guys. And check out how the value has risen since then. So as you can see, gold and silver never loses its value. It has always been increasing in value since the beginning of time almost. So let's go back to the articles, and we're going to read the second article. It says, this is from Gold Silver. Why buy silver? 10 reasons to invest in silver now. In this article, let's see, it doesn't have a date, but we're going to read. This is from Jeff Clark, senior analyst at Gold Silver. Is silver a gold investment? Why should someone buy it? It's natural and even prudent it's natural and even prudent for an investor to even wonder if a particular asset is a good investment or not. That's especially true for silver, since it's such a small market and doesn't carry the same gravitas as gold. But at this point in history, there are compelling reasons to add physical silver to your investment portfolio. Diversify, people. And only one is because the price will rise. Here, the top 10 reasons why every investor should buy some silver. And who is an investor? I'm an investor. You're an investor. If you care about the future of your wealth, the future of your financial freedom, you would be an investor. So it says, number 1, silver is real money. Silver may not be part of our currency, but it is still money. In fact, silver along with gold is the ultimate form of money, because it can't be created out of thin air and thus depreciated like paper or digital forms. And by real money, we do mean physical silver, not ETFs or certificates or futures contracts. Those are paper investments which don't carry the same benefits you'll find in this report. Physical silver is a store of value, just like gold. Here's why. Silver has no counterparty risk. If you hold physical silver, you do not need another party to make good on a contract or promise. This is not the case with stocks or bonds or virtually other investments. Never been defaulted on. If you own physical gold, you have no default risk. Not so for almost any other investment you make. Long term, used as money. A scan of monetary history shows that silver has been used in coinage more often than gold. As Mike Maloney says in his bestseller Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver have revalued themselves throughout the centuries and called on fiat paper to account for it. So gold and silver has revalued themselves throughout centuries and called on fiat paper to account for itself. So all fiat money, the green dollars that you carry around today, you guys, the paper money, has been, in the past it was backed by silver and gold. Now it's not backed by anything. It doesn't have any backing whatsoever. Therefore, it has no value. Owning some physical silver provides you with a real asset that has served as money for literally thousands of years. So we're going to go to number 2. Physical silver is a hard asset. Of all the investments you own, how many can you hold in your hand? In a world of paper profits, digital trading, and currency creation, physical silver stands in contrast as one of the few assets that you can carry in your pocket anywhere you go, even another country. And it can be as private and confidential as you want. Physical silver is also a tangible hedge against all forms of hacking and cyber crime. So guys, basically this is saying if you have this physical silver in your possession, you are protecting your own wealth. You're not depending on the banks, you're not depending on the stock market or anything of that nature to protect your money. You are protecting it. You are in control of your own finances, right? So it says there is no erasing a silver eagle coin, for example, but that can certainly happen to a digital asset. So number 3, silver is cheap. What if I said you could buy a hard asset at 1 to 70th the price of gold, and it would protect you just as well against crisis? That's what you get with silver. It is much more affordable for the average investor, and yet as a precious metal will help maintain your standard of living as good as gold. If you can't afford to buy a full ounce of gold, silver can be your ticket to holding some precious metals. This is also true for gift giving. You don't want to spend over $1,000 on a present, but would like to give a hard asset. Silver just made it more affordable. So this is basically saying giving silver as a gift is more valuable than paying $1,000 for something for a present that's not going to increase in value, you guys. So it's actually going to lose its value. So it says number 4, silver is more practical for everyday small purchases. We use silver all day anyways with our quarters or dimes and nickels, but it's actually not full 99% silver, those pieces of metal, but it does have some silver. It does have a high percentage of silver. So it says silver isn't just cheaper to buy, but can be more practical when you need to sell it. Maybe someday you don't want to sell a full ounce of gold to meet a small financial need. Enter silver. That's why you should have a diversified portfolio, you guys. Since it frequently comes in smaller denominations than gold, you can sell only what you want or need at the time. So that's a great bonus. Every investor should have some silver around for this very reason. Keep in mind that silver coins and bars bullion can be sold virtually anywhere in the world. So you can travel all around the world, you guys, with silver and gold and be able to do transactions. Silver outperforms gold in bull markets. Silver is a very small market, so small in fact that a little money moving into or out of the industry can impact the price to a much greater degree than other assets, including gold. This greater volatility means that in bear markets, silver falls more than gold. But in bull markets, silver will soar much farther and faster than gold. Here are a couple good examples. Check out how much more silver gained than gold in the 2 biggest precious metal bull markets in the modern era. So it shows gain from 1970 low to 1980s. Silver gained 3,000%, as you can see. And then it says gold only gained 2,300%. Then in 2008 to 2011, silver outperformed gold again. But once again, you guys, diversify. You might say silver is gold on steroids. We can expect this outperformance to repeat in the next bull market too, because the silver industry remains tiny. Number 6, silver inventories are failing. Governments and other institutions have traditionally held inventories of silver. I don't know where I got that. Governments and other institutions have traditionally held inventories of silver, but today most governments no longer hold stockpiles of the metal. In fact, the only countries that warehouse silver are the US, India, and Mexico. Look what's happened to those inventories since 1996. Government silver inventories down by 73%. So as you can see, since 1996, you guys, it has went down tremendously from almost 180 millions of ounces to just over 40 millions of ounces, you guys. So a big reason governments don't hold a lot of silver is because coinage is no longer made from the precious metal. But as you'll see, silver is used in industry to a much greater degree now. So if future industrial needs are difficult to meet, governments will be ill-equipped to support those needs. Number 7, industrial use in growing. Believe it or not, you do not go one day without using a product that contains silver. And I can attest to that because I use colloidal silver. It's an immune support and it kills bacteria. It kills viruses. So I take it along with my family every day. We just take a drop, maybe a teaspoon of it, just to kill the bacteria and keep our bodies, the immune in our bodies up. So it says it's used in nearly every major industry, from electronics and medical applications to batteries and solar panels. Silver is everywhere, whether you see it or not. As Mike says in his book, of all the elements, silver is the indispensable metal. It is the most electrically conductive, thermally conductive, and reflective. Modern life as we know it would not exist without silver due to these rare characteristics. The number of industrial applications for silver has skyrocketed. In fact, industry now gobbles up more than half of all silver demand. So check out the illustration here. Silver's biggest use in industrial. So as you can see here, 56% is used in electronics, batteries, biocides, solar panels. 33% is used in silver and religious objects. And then another it's only 11% that is used for investments such as coins and bars. So that's pretty good, you guys. Silver is used in a wide number of industries and products, and many of those uses are growing. Here are a few examples. A cell phone contains about 1/3 of a gram of silver, and a cell phone use continues to climb relentlessly worldwide. Gartner, a leading information technology research and advisory company, estimates a total of 5.75 billion cell phones will be purchased between 2017 and 2019. That means 1.916 billion grams of silver, or 57.49 million ounces, will be needed for this use alone. The self-heating windshield in your new Volkswagen will have a ultra-thin invisible layer of silver instead of those tiny wires. They'll even have filaments at the bottoms of the windshield to heat the wipers so that they don't freeze to the glass. Wow, that's nice. The Silver Institute estimates that silver use in photovoltaic cells, the main constituents of solar panels, will be a whopping 75% greater in 2018 than it was 3 years earlier. Another common industrial use for silver is a catalyst for production of ethylene. oxide, a important precursor in the production of plastics and chemicals. The Silver Institute projects that due to growth in this industry, 32% more silver will be needed by 2018 than what was issued in 2015. There are more examples of this, but the bottom line is that due to its unique characteristics, industrial uses for silver continues to expand, which means we can reasonably expect this source of demand to remain robust. But that's not the whole story. Unlike gold, most industrial silver is consumed or destroyed during a fabrication process. It's just not economic to recover every tiny flake of silver from millions of discarded products. As a result, the silver is gone for good and limits the amount of supply that can return to the market through recycling. So not only will the ongoing growth in industrial uses keep silver demand strong, millions of ounces can be reused. That might be a problem because, number 8, supply is about to fall. And as you can see here, and we are during this pandemic, you guys, because obviously this article is from a few years ago, but there was a pandemic. During this pandemic, they actually shut down the mines. There was a shortage of silver. A lot of companies had to shut down due to the pandemic of COVID-19, and they were not able to produce any more silver, you guys. But fortunately for me and positioning myself, the company that I'm with, we have enough silver, you guys. As you might be aware, the silver price crashed after peaking in 2011. Over the next 5 years, it fell a whopping 72.1%. As a result, miners had to scramble to cut costs to turn a profit. One of the areas cut dramatically was exploration and development of new silver mines. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that if you spend less time and money looking for silver, that you will find less silver. That drought in exploration and development is starting to take effect. Mine production from the top 10 largest silver producing countries. Mine supply is falling. So as you can see, Peru, Bolivia, Australia, Argentina, Mexico, Chile, their numbers are falling. China, Russia, Guatemala, Poland. So low prices have affected how much scrap metal is available to silver secondary supply. So scrap sources in decline as well. It's been a little volatile. It was up in 1979, was down very, very much so all the way up until 1998. Then it started back climbing, back and forth. Got a little high in 2006 and 7, went back down, and now, as you can see, in 2016 it went down again. All of this is starting to have an impact on total supply, total global silver supply. So supply is peaking. Silver supply has fallen 3 consecutive years, the first time since 1991 through 1993. As much as 2/3 of silver mine supply comes as a byproduct from the base metal operations, copper and zinc, for example. But those other sources of supply will clearly have an impact on availability of new metal coming to the marketplace. These realities have set the stage for a peak in silver supply. If demand stays at current levels, it will be difficult for everyone who wants silver to get as much as they need. And don't look now, but number 9, world demand is growing. Global demand for silver is growing. Virtually all major government mints have seen record levels of sales, with most already operating at peak production. Surging demand is nowhere more evident than China and India. These two behemoth markets have long histories of cultural affinity toward precious metal, and with their populations growing, the opposite of what is happening in the West, their tremendous appetite will continue. Here's a couple of good examples. Check out the growth in silver demand in China for all uses. So from 2000, their demand went from 50 million ounces all the way up to a little bit over 200 million ounces, you guys. And look at the growth of silver jewelry in India. So from 2006, so the growth of silver in India rose from nearly 150% all the way up to over 600%, nearly 700%, you guys. That is amazing. This kind of demand doesn't happen in a vacuum. Sooner or later, there will be consequences when surging demand meets crimped supply, and those consequences are all positive if you own the metal. So you must own the metal for it to have a positive effect on you in your life, you guys. And here's the last, number 10 reason. The gold-silver ratio favors silver. Last, the gold-silver ratio, the price of gold divided by the price of silver, can give clues about which metal might be the better buy at any given time, especially when the ratio reaches an extreme. So gold-silver ratio, the average is 61.8. Okay. It says the gold to silver ratio averaged 47:1 during the 20th century. It's averaged about 61:1 in the 21st century. So a ratio at or above 70 in other outlier territory, and thus makes silver a good buy relative to the price of gold. You can see that the ratio sank to almost 30 at the peak of the bull market in 2011. It reached as low as 17 in early 1980. This compression in the ratio shows just how much silver can outperform its cousin gold. It also confirms it is undervalued compared to gold. Add all up the reasons, and silver just might be the buying opportunity of the decade. It's hard to find an asset with a greater distortion between price and fundamentals. Not only is it a good hedge against crisis, the price will be forced up by a perfect storm of fundamental factors. So that's that article, you guys. Let's go and check out this last article, and then I'm going to basically briefly just show you guys who I get my silver through and the opportunity that is available. So this article is from American Bullion Inc. It says, here's why you should save silver. It says, when opening or adding to a precious metals IRA, most people initially consider investing in gold. This makes sense, as gold is the commodity that gets all the headlines and offers numerous benefits, including consistently good returns over the long term. But gold is not the only option for building a precious metals IRA. Silver is also a terrific choice and may even be preferable for some investors depending on their current financial circumstances and future goals. In fact, here are 8 reasons why you should invest in silver if you're not already doing so. The spot price of silver is significantly lower compared to gold and platinum, giving investors an affordable way to open a precious metals IRA and begin saving for retirement. Silver prices, remember you guys, I don't support IRAs or anything like that either, because they're controlled by the banks. Control your own finances, you guys. Silver prices are expected to rise throughout the remainder of 2016 due to the weakening dollar, which makes this an ideal time to buy. Industrial demand for silver for use in consumer electronics, medical equipment, glass, or other common products is also on the rise and will help drive up prices even more. Along with increased demand, the supply of silver is contracting as mining operations around the world slow their outputs. Number 5, the gold-silver ratio, which indicates how much silver is required to buy an ounce of gold, is trending downward and is currently sits at 67. The smaller the ratio, the better for silver buyers. So this is another positive sign for investing in this precious metal. Since this spot price of silver is relatively low right now compared to historical values, there is plenty of room for future growth. Just as with gold, any silver bullion purchase for a precious metal IRA is tangible physical asset with a lasting presence that cannot be compromised by hackers or a company malfunction or instantly devalued by governmental collapse. Silver provides investors with an inexpensive means of diversifying their portfolio as a protective measure against market volatility. If you're interested in an opening, okay, so that's that article, you guys. I just wanted to go through the 8 reasons. So now what I want to do is basically just show you an opportunity if you're looking to purchase silver, you guys. What I want to do first is I'm going to go to my website. I'm going to show you a video of my silver collection. So if you ever want to check out my website, you can always go to shameryinc.com, you guys, and check it out. And when you get there on my website, you'll see, now this is just a temporary website for now. I am in the middle of building a more permanent website that you'll be able to navigate and get an understanding of my concept and my business and what I do. But this is a video of my cash gold, and then I just talk about showing you some of the cash gold that we have through Care Bars there, and you can open a free gold savings account by clicking on this blue button here that's jumping out at you. But let's check out this video, you guys. Hey, hey, hey. Guess what time it is? It's silver time. Yeah, boy. So look what I got blessed with. Again, I got another blessing in today. The universe must really love me, right? So, got a nice shiny silver coin. Check that out, that 007. So I got another coin to add to my collection. Peace and blessings, Mr. Johnson. Thank you for watching. So I got another coin to add to my collection. How nice is that, right? Check out that shiny silver with the 007 emblem. Queen Elizabeth II. How nice, right? Very, very nice. So I'm going to be adding this to my collection. Let me show you guys what I'm working with. When you order silver with my company, this is what you get, you guys. You get a kit with gloves to protect your coins, right? Protect your metals. How nice, right? This is my favorite one right there. That's cool. Like, I love that coin. So this is the first row that I just filled last week. Just finished filling up. So now I'm on to the second row, guys. Filling up fast. Getting that silver in, right? 007. Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? I love it. I'm going to be getting some more of these, definitely. We got a lot of nice coins in our member shop. Like I already showed you the leopard, but check out this Australian koala. Isn't that pretty? I love it. The nice tiger. I like that Canadian coin too. It's real different, don't you think? What else we got over here? We got the angel coin. We got the Britannia. Then we got the double dragon. How nice, right? So,
welcome to Quicksilver. Are you ready to be given the 4 keys that unlock the secrets to the wealthy life? Of course you are. We are a precious metals company that provides people with the 4 keys to the wealthy life through our proprietary wealth platform that enables people just like you to automatically gain wealth in an accelerated way. How? By combining beautiful, pure silver bullion assets from around the world with a very progressive income-generating system designed in a way never done before, with a focus on helping anyone accumulate wealth and capitalize quickly. We are currently expanding globally and have positions available for those who recognize what it means to have a first-mover advantage in a new program that is growing phenomenally, and, in turn, creating extreme excitement about the program's design. That's a clue, a clear indicator that Quicksilver will have widespread exponential growth as we move into the future. And best of all, you can ride the wave with us. Now, before we continue, we want you to be relaxed in knowing that you can participate as a preferred customer with no membership fees. Or, as we'll discuss in the 4th key, you can secure a lucrative ambassador position for just $9.97 today to leverage our wealth platform. So, listen close. The first key to the wealthy life is wealth-building precious metal assets. That's right. Something as simple as pure silver is the foundation to gaining and maintaining wealth. World-famous author and financial expert Robert Kiyosaki once stated, "Silver is the biggest opportunity I've ever seen." Now that's a clear indicator of what the future of silver holds. The second key is automatic wealth building. When you make something happen automatically, you'll succeed. Through our Auto Wealth Delivery program, you will automatically acquire wealth-building assets each month in a quantity tailored to fit your budget. There are no membership fees and no long-term commitments to access our very competitive pricing. You can begin with as little as one 1-ounce silver coin monthly. Or, better yet, take our 90-day challenge and receive our premium challenge package with your choice of how many coins you receive with it and each month thereafter. It's a 6-pound starter kit full of awesome. What is the challenge and how do you accomplish it? Simple. Just acquire 16 1-ounce coins from us within 90 days. That's it. See our challenge section below to learn more. Now, the third key is making the world a better place, to feel like you actually make a real difference. That's why we formed Project S4. We joined forces with a nonprofit called Feed My Starving Children to provide meals to starving children and families with every purchase. This will make you an automatic life sustainer when you join us. Okay, you're probably thinking, that all sounds great, but how can a low-cost ambassador position produce lucrative profits for me? Well, that leads us to the 4th key. You need to have a simple income generating system that creates leveraged residual income for you automatically. We have that for you here at Quicksilver. We've created a proprietary wealth building and income producing platform that automatically leverages exponential growth infinitely for you to accelerate your wealth with. Our wealth platform is unlike anything you've ever seen before. We're not like other companies who make you jump through countless hoops before they'll even pay you a dime. We have extremely easy achievement levels that put you in 100% control of your income. This means you can get paid fast. Just how easy is it? You activate your wealth platform for less than $10 and choose either a challenge package starter kit option or as little as 1 to 10 ounces of silver for your monthly auto wealth delivery. Then refer 2 people who do the same. That's it. This is how it all begins. You'll automatically be developing lucrative residual income while earning upfront customer acquisition and challenge bonuses. Better yet, for a limited time, you can lock in earning double challenge bonuses for life by simply buying or selling a challenge package to a preferred customer within your first 30 days. That's right, you'll earn double challenge bonuses for life. Again, all while developing lucrative residual income automatically from the purchase of every product in your organization through Infinity. As your team grows exponentially, you can earn up to $10,000 monthly in residual income alone per business center. Best of all, because our platform is based on a binary structure, you can have others automatically spill over into the infinite depth of your team for you to benefit from financially. Now that's automatically leveraged residual income infinitely. Think about it. Because the cost is so low and the plan is so simple, anyone can find at least 2 people who would like to join in the journey to a wealthier life and get silver bullion at highly competitive prices. So, let's recap to put this all into perspective. Quicksilver is a brand new company with a brand new concept that has never been done before. This means you have a first mover advantage. This means you can get in at the beginning. This means you will be poised to capitalize, which all means you could be on top of a lot of spillover business in a relatively short period of time. You'll pay less than $10 a month for your wealth platform. That is crazy. Crazier yet. This low-cost program could be positioning you right on top of $10,000 residually each month. What are you waiting for? Click the Get Started button and join us today. If you'd like to learn more about how you will earn as an ambassador, watch our Earn video below. And most importantly, take action before this window of opportunity closes forever.
All right, you guys. So with that being said, if you want to get started taking action now, you can definitely click on the link in the description area of this video to go ahead and get started. As it said, you know, you can either become a customer and just start creating and building wealth for yourself and your family, or you can make it into a business opportunity and use it as leverage to earn free coins, earn free silver, and really build wealth